I think when I say leave it all behind, there are certain things you just have to cut off. So a crisis has a toolkit, and I think certain tools should be left in the box of the crisis, because we're going to need it for another crisis whenever it happens. Hopefully it never happens, but it will. And we want to leave those tools in the toolbox and not take it with us. Leave it behind. And then just get on to business as normal. Let's get on to doing our job. Let's get on to building the company the way we're supposed to build the company, and not take too much from a pandemic year and think that that is going to be the thread by which we are carried forward. Of course, a greater level of priority, holding our community and our people that we care about tighter, that's intact. Great. Let's deepen those relationships. But I think we need to now really just leap forward, because the industry is moving, the markets are moving, the fundamental strengths of the economic rebound is upon us and will lead to the first half of this year having tremendous growth, especially in comparison to last year this time. And job growth will come back. Some of it will be structural and disadvantage some versus the whole, and we have to be worried about that societally. But I think from a business landscape perspective, we're on our way back, and I think that everything is available to us, so we have to get busy.
Right, right. Yeah, and touching on the financial markets, I mean, obviously 2020 was a pretty amazing year, especially for tech and growth. NASDAQ up, over 40%. And I don't think anyone would have anticipated that if you had told them we're facing, potential global health crisis, then having a change in administration with the election later on in the year as well. Neither really derailed the market in any way. So you do sound somewhat bullish now, looking to 2021, especially in the first half of this year. So it would be great to hear some more perspectives on what gives you that confidence as you think about at least the start of next year.
Yeah, I called 2020 a bull recession because it wasn't supposed to be a strong market environment, because it was a painful year for many people, and a health pandemic and a crisis. And also a level of joblessness we haven't seen in a long time. But it was the shortest recession on record since 1929. And we bounced back very quickly, and the markets certainly look forward. And I think part of that is because the market wrote off 2020 from a fundamental perspective and looked into 21 and 22. And now the question is, if you look out in 2022, a year ahead of where we are now, and look at the numbers for the companies that we all look at and all cover, are those numbers going to be different than they were projected to be pre-pandemic or not? It's very possible that they're going to be the same. So if you look out in 2022 and look at the fundamentals of these companies and the numbers and say they're the same as they were before, then you have to realize that we went through a very difficult 18-month to 24-month period, but we ended up in the right place. And so you cannot get paralyzed by it. You must play forward. And I think that's what the market is saying. The market is saying, yes, this is difficult, but the growth is there.